Welcome to the Shields Football Podcast. I'm your host, Fredo. With me today, we got the whole crew in the building. We got that boy DC, we got the boy Jerron, we got Steven in the back running things like he always does. My boys, what's up, man? How y'all been? DC, what up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Fredo, man? How y'all boys doing?
Man, just right here, bro. Another weekend has passed, and man, crazy week so far with free agency, man.
Yes, sir. Chips have started to fall, and some surprises, and some stuff that we knew was going to happen.
Yep. Absolutely. Jay, what are your thoughts on free agency, man?
Same thing. A lot of money being spent. A lot of teams with a lot of money remaining, but like you said, chips are falling we just got the draft next.
Yep.
We got the second, third wave of free agency, and then the draft, and we'll almost be there.
Yeah.
Almost beat it all over again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for that, man. Draft is coming up. Should be like a month away or so, more than a month. But yeah, man. So before we move on to our episode for this week, let me remind everybody, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. We'll be on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts as well. Please hit those like buttons and share those right there. Will much be appreciated from us to grow the channel and and let everybody get an opportunity to check us out. But gentlemen, man, so now we're gonna move on to our episode, man. So on this episode right here, we're gonna talk about basically the free agency graphs with trades, re-signings, and releases of each team. So that being said, we're gonna go down to every team and knock down right there. And we're going to go according to PFF grade that they're given to these proper teams. And we want to see if we're going to agree with them, disagree with them, what trades we like, what trades we didn't like. But yeah, so let's go on, man, and let's talk about the Arizona Cardinals. So the PFF grade them a C. Well, we know the Cardinals didn't have that much of a great free agency signing, but DC, man, if there's one signing that you like from them, who would it be, man?
Off the top of my head, I really can't think of much that they did because, like you said, there's a team that's sitting pat. They're ready for the draft.
Yeah,
they've been building up draft capital here the last couple of years, so they're a team that's just ready to move on to this year's draft and see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
To get their team better. But as far as them actually making a move, I don't see anything that really stands out to me.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Jay, is there any moves out there that you like?
Kind of a head scratcher, the trade for Desmond Ridder. Not sure what he brings to the team.
Yeah.
He's not. There's nothing special you can develop with him, but that was a little head scratcher. But like you said, they're just moving on. This is going to be a slow start for them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next team, Atlanta Falcons, man. Atlanta has received a grade of an A-. We know the big signing they had was Kirk Cousins coming in. Now he's getting a 4-year contract worth $180 million. DC, man, what are your thoughts on that signing right there, man? Is that signing that you approve for the Atlanta Falcons?
With the Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was an option. But now we got to see it on the field coming from an Achilles injury. I know everybody there is excited, but the move that I like, probably the Rondale Moore move.
Yeah.
That's the move I like that Atlanta made, man. So he's going to pay dividend. He never got his chance for some reason in Arizona. I don't know why, but that move is the move that I like that they really made. And, of course, giving Cousins the $180 million, I guess they feel like, they had to go and get a quarterback, and Cousins was the guy. But now Atlanta's on the clock.
Yeah.
You got everything now. There's no excuses now.
Yeah.
The last 3 years in the draft, you have taken the best player at their position. Yeah. You took Pitts, top 5 tight end, best tight end in the draft, supposedly. You come back the next year, you take Drake London
Yep.
before Garrett Wilson. Don't forget that part.
Mm-hmm.
And then for next year, you come and take the best running back in the draft with Bijan. So you got all these parts. Now you say you just missing the quarterback. We finna see what it's all about.
Yeah.
But I want to see Cousins with some live action coming off the Achilles injury. See how that all works out. But it could be a great thing for them because they're in a terrible division. So I would expect them to walk into the playoffs for the most part, unless Tampa comes out and does something major. But yeah, they should be okay going forward. But the trade I like going with Rondale Moore.
Rondale Moore, okay. So with that grade right there, do you agree with that grade?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. Oh yeah.
All right, Jay, how about you, man?
Yeah, I agree with the grade. Kirk Cousins is a Hall of Famer at the bank, at least.
Yes.
Little confused about the Darnell Mooney trade. That came out of nowhere. I do like that they're getting more weapons, but like you said, the Rondale Moore, I like that one more than the Darnell Mooney trade. I'm not sure why they pulled the trigger on that one, but overall, you got a quarterback that's going to win the division for you if healthy. So you can't get anything under A minus. So I'll go with that.
And that's what Cousins. He's the one of those quarterbacks we don't really ever criticize him, but we really should.
Yeah,
he'll get you there, but he's only won one playoff game.
Yeah,
Ryan Tannehill's won two. You know, Blake Bortles has won multiple, I think, but he can get you there. But we never criticize them like we do other quarterbacks about the same thing. If certain quarterbacks doing the stuff, we'd be all over them. But we don't.
People like him,
right?
People like Kirk Cousins, so you're not going to criticize somebody you like.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, and also with the stuff that he does during the season, like he goes in there with solid records going into the playoffs. It's just he can't bring that into the playoffs. All right, next team right here, man. We have the Baltimore Ravens. Their grade is a solid B. Their biggest signing they had was Derrick Henry from your Titans, DC. Which other signing did you like from them?
They got their defensive tackle back. That's the in-house signing. That was going to be huge for them. Of course, we kind of figured they were going to get one of the running backs. But I don't necessarily think they're a team that's a running back away. He's going to help them. Derrick Henry's going to help, especially when you get into the wintertime.
Yeah.
And you don't really want to throw the ball that much, but they've been the leading rushing team for the like 4 to 5 years. I bet they've been leading the league rushing.
Yeah.
So you still, at some point, if you get to the playoffs, Lamar Jackson is going to have to beat you with his arms at some point. And until that happens, they're still going to be stuck on the hamster wheel, man. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So do you agree with that grade?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Jay, how about you, man? Who's your favorite signing, and do you agree with the grade?
The grade, I would give it a B plus. Because you got Justin Madubuike back. They did lose a lot.
Yeah,
they lost Queen. They lost the safety. They lost the return man.
They lost the corner too. One of the corner, I think they lost.
Yeah, so they lost a lot. And then you got Derrick Henry. I do think he is going. They have been the leading rusher, but in the red zone, I think it's going to be tough. He's going to have an added bonus in the red zone whenever it's like, all right, so you got this bull running up the middle, or you can have Lamar coming out the other end. I think he is going to be a net positive in that aspect, which may lead to more wins in a playoff. But the best one is Justin Madubuike. And it's interesting how they release Odell. What are they going to do at wide receiver now? They re-signed Nelson Aguilar, but they okay. So so in the draft, let's look at wide receiver for the Ravens.
Yeah, exactly.
They probably just should have kept the OC they had the first time. This doesn't sound like this is something to help out Monk in his offense anyway.
Yeah.
You come out and get Henry. This looks like the form of the previous OC.
Yeah.
Greg Roman.
Romans.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next team. We have the Buffalo Bills, man. Their grade is a B minus right here. And we know that the Buffalo Bills released a bunch of people, especially on the defense side of the ball. But DC, man, do you agree with the grade? And what signing was your favorite?
No, I probably would have gave him a C. I think they've been terrible this offseason. You let Gabe Davis got out of the house, and like you say, you released so many players.
Yeah.
They swung for it. They swung for the fence, and they missed. And this is what happened. We're going to talk about some more teams. When you swing for the fences, the window can close on you within 2 or 3 years, and then you damn near rebuilding. Other than you paying this quarterback $55 million or whatever he getting paid. So they're probably going to start the season. Coach is going to be on the hot seat. I mean, it's going to be very little tolerance in the Buffalo house. But I would have gave him a C. I wouldn't have gave him that good of a grade.
No.
I don't think they did anything positive yet during this offseason.
Okay, Jay, same question. Do you agree with the grade? And what signing did you like?
I'm going with Kraft C. The best signing they had was Curtis Samuel, and he's a middling receiver at best.
Yeah.
With them losing Poyer, Tre'Davious White, Taylor Rapp. Oh, they re-signed Taylor Rapp, but they lost Gabe Davis. They left a lot out on the chopping block. I'll give them a C. And it'll be interesting to see what they're gonna do with Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
Watch out for Houston in the Stephon Diggs market. Maybe they blow it all up. And Stephon Diggs, does he want to be there?
Right.
Like, why would he want to do this over again when you're getting weaker? And you, at your best, you couldn't get over KC. So, I would be watching him in his trade market right there.
Okay.
Like we said with Buffalo, everything lined up for them. They had everything in line this year to get there at home and everything.
Yep.
Couldn't get over the hump, and now it's time to blow it all up. And we'll see what happens going forward. But it's going to be interesting to see where Diggs go.
Yeah,
they can make a big difference.
Absolutely, especially the way how they start off the season. To start off the season like very rough, but man, like towards the middle and towards the end, man, they were on fire, man. They were unbeatable, man. And just the fact that they lost at home this time, what excuse they got now?
Right.
You know, man. All right. So our next team, we have the Carolina Panthers, man. Their grade is at a C plus. DC, who was your favorite, and do you agree with the grade?
I agree with the grades, the C plus, just based on the effort they're putting in, trying to get some weapons around Bryce Young.
Yeah.
I don't really get the Steelers and them letting Deontay Johnson go there. That was a head scratch for me, but it should be good for Bryce. That's probably going to be the most positive pickup for them, for Bryce to get a wide receiver like that. I don't know if he was having issues at Pittsburgh or whatever, but I probably would let the other one go before I let him go. So, but the C plus, I would give it a C, but I just give them a C plus for effort. They at least think you on the surface they look like they're trying to get some stuff to help him out. But other than that, the grade's fine.
Yeah. Jay, how about you, man?
I don't really. I still don't like anything they're doing.
Yeah.
Brian Burns trade was terrible. Was it third and the fifth? Something like crazy. They signed Robert Hunt to a $100 million contract. Is he that good? I don't think so. They still need tackle help. They signed Dante Jackson, the corner. Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson may have lost a step compared to the couple years ago where he was always separated, always open. To be the one out of the Pittsburgh wide receivers to get traded, it's kind of telling. But I'll give it a C minus, D plus area, because their whole Brian Burns thing is terrible.
Yeah, they could have got 2 firsts. The Rams offered them, I think, 2
Yeah.
firsts last year or something like that for him. They turned that down and they got that out of it.
And the only real positive is the Deontay Johnson, and we'll see if Mike Williams is a free agent. He's going there to that would boost it up a little bit if they could get Mike Williams, but
Mike Williams also going to the Jets.
Yeah. So I don't know. We can move on. I don't really like anything about them.
So our next grade, the next team will be the Chicago Bears. We have the Bears right here. Right now, they're sitting at a solid B. They have made some trades and all that, but the biggest one that they really effed up was that trade with what was the quarterback with Justin Fields, man. They messed that up badly. DC, man, what are your thoughts on that, man?
Man, I would have gave him a really good grade, but I really didn't care for the Keenan Allen deal.
Yeah,
what you had to give up to get him for like a 4th rounder.
Yeah,
and like you said, they messed the Justin Fields. They sat on their hands too long. And for what they gave him away, there's no way you're gonna tell me that somebody didn't offer you better than that earlier in this process.
Yeah,
so I don't know if they felt like the value was gonna go up. Well, guess what? The cake's in your face now.
Yeah,
and you gave him up for a 5th round pick, basically in 2025.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be based on how much time he plays with Pittsburgh. But
it
a lot of other stuff, I liked a lot of that, like the DeAndre Swift. I didn't mind that at all.
Yeah,
but to give up a 4th round for Keenan Allen, I wouldn't have done. I would have took one of these young guys in the draft.
Yeah,
you got the 1st and the 9th. You sitting prime to get one of these 3 receivers to come out. But it's been a whole lot cheaper, with a lot more tread on the tires. So him coming in looked like with a rookie quarterback. I don't know how exactly that's going to work out, but the Gerald Everett signing, I didn't really get that. You just paid Cole Kmet last year on a 4-year deal. Didn't really understand that one either. But overall, they're okay. They did okay. Just waiting to see how the draft turns out for them, what they're going to do next.
Yeah, absolutely. The Bears were very active in free agency. As we know, they had a bunch of money in cap space, and they were out there and they were being very active, man. Jay, what are your thoughts on this, man? Do you agree with the grade or higher, lower? Who was your favorite?
What was the grade?
B.
I'm the opposite. I like everything, almost everything about what they're doing. I give them a A-.
Okay.
They're spending the money they had to spend because you have to get to a salary floor, so you got to give out some money.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift, I like that signing. They was that $8 million a year. It's okay.
Yeah.
I like that they re-signed their guy Jalen Johnson, kept him in house. The Keenan Allen one is okay. Keenan Allen's still a good receiver.
Yeah.
And I do find it interesting that Keenan Allen said that the Texans were close too. So it's between the Bears and the Texans. And I think he's gonna be perfect for the rookie to come in. So I incorporate, maybe I shouldn't be, but I incorporate Caleb Williams already into what they're doing in free agency.
Yeah.
Like so you would have Caleb Williams, Swift, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Cole Kmet with the backup and Gerald Everett. I like that offense.
Yeah.
They do have to do more on the offensive line to help. None of this is saying so they signed Matt Pryor on the Jake Curhan tackles. Man, that's nothing special. So the weakness is they haven't done enough on the line to help out. But I like everything they're doing, and even with the Justin Fields trade, Justin Fields said he wanted to go to Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. There are 4 other teams with offers, better offers, but his representative said it's Pittsburgh. So there's only so much you can get.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to give you a first if I know he only wants to come here. So they just gave him some BS, and it's basically a release. It's a signing trade, basically, like in the NBA. So with that price, it's kind of deceiving because the 5th and the 6th, yeah, but he was only going to go to one place. So I don't fault them for only getting it back for Justin Fields.
Okay. All right. So next grade right here is for the Bengals, and they're at a B plus. DC. Do you agree with the grade? And what signing did you like, man?
B plus.
Yep.
I probably would give it a B. I probably wouldn't give it a B plus on this. They did get T. Higgins back, which the guy says he wants out now. So we'll see how that all works out. I'll definitely reflect on it. They let the running back walk, which that's no surprise.
Trade.
Joe Mixon let Mixon go. Trade to the Texans. We knew that was coming before the season over. All off the field stuff. I'm surprised they made it that long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably give them about a B for that. That ain't bad.
Yeah.
That ain't bad. But they really ain't done much to me. But
okay.
They just got to worry about keeping their quarterback upright.
Yep.
Yeah. Where's this B coming from? I don't. Why are they getting a B? This is a C at best. You franchise tag T. Higgins. It's not like you gave him a deal.
Yeah.
He still wants out, so I'm not giving you no props for that. Geno Stone, that's a good deal. 2 years, $15 million to get him from a division rival is cool. Zach Moss, he was pretty good last year, but 2 years, $8 million, $4 million a year. That's good. Yeah. Running back money. Mike Gesicki, he's a nobody. They got Sheldon Rankins, who the Texans just gave up easily. Gave up on. Where's the B coming from? This is a C at best. Yeah. They traded away Joe Mixon, which is okay. Like that's fine. Like you said, Joe Mixon was having all kind of off-field stuff going on for them. I thought they were close to releasing them. So, I just don't see a B. That's a C.
This was actually one of the teams I thought should have reached out and tried to get Derrick Henry. Yeah. The Bengals would have been a team that it would have been perfect for their offense, man. To do what they want to do with the receiver, especially if you can keep T. Higgins and not trade him. I thought Henry would have been a perfect fit for the Bengals on one of those 2-year deals.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next team we have the Cleveland Browns, man. They're great right now as at a B, a solid B. They were pretty active as well. DC, do you agree with that, man? With that B, and who was your favorite signing from there?
Man, I'm still on the fence with this. I'll probably go a little bit less than a B. I'm still on the fence with Jerry Jeudy. I don't know if it was because he was in Denver and that offense or what's really going on, because I know the kid is talented, but I'm still on the fence as far as if this was a good trade or not. But they picked up Jameis to be the backup to Deshaun, so we'll see how that all goes. And I like the Darius Smith re-signed a 2-year deal. That was probably the best deal for me, getting the Darius Smith back.
All right. And Jay?
What was the grade?
B. Solid B.
Yeah, I'm going B minus. It was interesting. It says that they got Jameis Winston, fine. Then they got Tyler Huntley also.
Yeah.
What about the Thomas Robinson? They gave up on him, I guess. Quentin Jefferson, 1-year deal. B minus is fine. Jerry Jeudy is another piece, and for the price, that's perfect. Like he may not be Amari Cooper, but you're getting such cheap wide receivers. Why not do it?
Yeah.
But yeah, Jameis Winston in Cleveland is hilarious. But yeah, that's it.
All right, then we go to Jerron's Cowboys, man. PFF has them at a C plus. DC, what's your favorite signing out of the Cowboys, man?
Man, look, they didn't do much, pretty much nothing, man. And I couldn't believe that. When you hear Jerry Jones say we're going all in, but I'm trying to see where you going all in at. I can't believe they gave him a C. You know, that's probably more of a D grade because they ain't done nothing. Maybe the long snapper. I don't understand what he's doing, man. And I don't know what's going on, but I'll give him a D, man.
Yeah. Jerome, man, this your team, man. Tell us how you feel about this, man, about free agency so far.
Free agency is, I'm not surprised. I don't know why people thought, yes, Jerry said all in, but all in from Jerry doesn't mean anything because Jerry is not running the team anymore. Steven. Because quickly after that, they asked Stephen Jones about that. He's like, "Nah, we're not going all in." I don't know why he would say that. So the key departures that hurt are Tyron Smith, and I would say that's it. Tony Pollard going to Tennessee. I like that for Tennessee. He gets to go back home. Dorrance Armstrong back up. Basically a key special teamer. That hurts a little bit. Biotis being a center going to Washington. I wanted to upgrade at center, so I'm okay with him being gone. Dante Fowler was a good backup. And then they let go of Michael Gallup, Van Der Esch. I mean, you let them go, so that's nothing. Tyron Smith is the one that hurt. I knew he wasn't going to be back, but there's always like a little hope that you could make some money work and get him back. So you kind of pigeonhole yourself to you got to go tackle first, and then you got to be aggressive. Yeah. So if you go with the Jerry Jones all in, they're going to move up in the draft. Mm-hmm. They're going to move up in the draft, get a real good tackle, and then we'll go from there. They got Eric Kendricks, which is one of the most underrated signings. Eric Kendricks is what they needed in the middle. They've been going with light linebackers. Now they got a linebacker who played for Mike Zimmer. They got a linebacker who's instinctive. He's not as quick or he can't run like he used to, but he still makes plays. So I love the signing for Eric Kendricks for them. They stole him from the 49ers, which is even better. Yeah. Because if he went there, it was over. Their linebacker core was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So Eric Kendricks as an addition. They re-signed Jordan Lewis, which I didn't like. Jordan Lewis isn't quick-footed enough for me. They got the long snapper back. They got CJ Goodwin, who is a special teams ace. So C is probably a good grade for them. And I don't know what everybody wanted them to do. The only move I would like them to have done would be Derrick Henry. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I'm cool with them missing out on everybody else. I'm cool with them standing pat. The Eric Kendricks signed that was a need that I needed filled. Other than that, Derrick Henry, there's still some names out there, but that was the one. So I do like to see for them, but yeah, there's nobody out there I really wanted them to go after that they missed on.
So as for the receiving core, you okay with running back with that again next year?
No, they have to get they've got to get a young cat. I do like Cooks and Lamb together. They just need a third. Yeah. And the third doesn't have to be like a Darnell Mooney or hell, you can get OBJ and a rookie and that'll be fine for me. Yeah, I like their top two, and that's fine. Are there any receivers who would have made a difference? What receivers were out there that you thought could make a difference? So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with how they're going. They're one of the best drafting teams in the league. So go ahead and draft. See what y'all can do from there.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the next team, man. We have the Denver Broncos. Their grade is at a B-, and we know they let go a bunch of stars in their team as well with Wilson and Justin Simmons. But yeah, DC, who was your favorite signing, and do you agree with the grade?
I would give him probably. What'd you say the grade was?
B minus.
I'd probably take it down to C.
See.
They didn't really do much for me. They have let Sean Payton come in there and just do what the hell he want to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I see why he got a 6-year deal. That's, you know, so no, there's nothing much happening in Denver for me. I don't even know what the quarterback situation is going to be. I have a feeling they're going to get aggressive in the draft quarterback position, but who the hell knows if that's going to work out or not.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not impressed with anything they've done yet.
No. All right, Jay, how about you, man?
Same. Once you cut Justin Simmons, there's no way you can get a positive grade. Justin Simmons isn't what he used to be, but he's still pretty damn good safety.
Yeah.
That's another name. If I'm the Texans, if I'm the Cowboys, if I'm the Titans, the Titans are rumored to be in contact with him. That would be a real good signing for the Titans.
Yeah.
But they cut Russell after giving him all that money, so C.
Okay. All right, next team, man. We have the Detroit Lions. Their grade is a B plus. So DC, do you agree with that grade, man?
Detroit Lions, man. B plus.
Yep.
I mean, the team was already solid. There wasn't much they could just really improve on. So I like the Reader signing.
Yeah.
Other than that, the B plus, that's a fine grade. They were they're a pretty stacked team already. They're going to be good to go when the season starts.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great. That's fine.
Their biggest signing was on Guillaume Gosco.
Glasgow, yeah.
Glasgow, yeah. He's a guard. He got signed through a 3-year deal for $20 million. That was the biggest signing they had through free agency.
Carlton Davis.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes. They're already getting beat deep, so I don't know if this is going to help them out. So we'll see how that works out.
All right. Jay, how about you, man?
Yeah, I hated that Carlton Davis trade. He is burnt toast multiple times last year. I don't know what they saw, what they think they can get out of him. DJ Reader was a good signing. Jalen Reeves, Maben, re-sign. That's fine. You said B plus?
Yeah, B plus.
B minus.
B minus. Okay.
Like Kraft said, there's only so much they could have done, but they didn't do anything special. Getting DJ Reader was probably the best.
Yeah.
Best signing off the street for them.
All right. Next team, the Green Bay Packers. Their grade is a solid B. DC, do you agree with that, man? Do you, with these trades that they made, releases?
Fredo, I'm gonna give him. I was hurt with the Aaron Jones deal, but I'm gonna give him a B plus for this Josh Jacobs deal.
Yeah,
he fits right along with what they have. They're young. They're a young team.
Yeah,
it was time to move on and from Jones. So I would give him a B plus. I like that a whole lot. They got one of the youngest receiving corps, up and coming quarterback in the league. So yeah, B plus is fine. But my big deal, I like the Josh Jacobs deal.
Okay. Jay, how about you, man?
As a grade, I like what they've done, especially bringing in Xavier McKinney as a safety. I'll give him a A minus. Josh Jacobs he's an upgrade over Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon as a crew because he can do what both can do.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy part is they released Aaron Jones, but they brought AJ Dillon back.
Right, I didn't get that.
I don't get why you got one guy who can do what both of them can do, but you actually released the good one, and you brought back the bad one. So I don't know about that, but I do. Josh Jacobs I could see him in that Packers uniform already. Like that's the perfect signing for them. They're young and they're up and coming. So I would love to see what they can do next year.
All right, man. Sounds good. On to the next team. The next team, we got the Houston Texans. Their grade is at an A. DC, do you agree with this? And what signing was your favorite out of the Texans?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I might give them an A plus. They were showing that they're trying to win, man.
Mm-hmm.
They really are putting it out there, and you can see it. just the fact that they took in Joe Mixon. Houston Texans, they never took no player in free agency that had off the field problems.
Yeah.
But it let me know in house there's been some changes upstairs. But they would have never took a player like this.
No, they wouldn't.
No, never. So that's a good thing. I'll get A+, man. Alshire, the linebacker you got from the Titans.
Yeah.
He's a tackle monster.
Yeah.
He played with the 49ers. That's another reason that he went over to go back with D'Amico. That's going to be a big one also. And if Autry can stay healthy, you guys are going to love him in the middle. You're going to love D'Amico Autry. I'm telling you right now. As long as he's healthy, you're going to love that. So, and you re-sign Schultz. The grade is fine with me, Fredo. But like I say, Al Shazier, the middle linebacker, that was the big one for me.
That's a big one for you? All right. Jay, how about you, man?
The best signing is the Autry. That one right there is underrated signing. He can get you 10 sacks out of the middle.
That's right.
It's gonna hurt you. Him and Hunter might hurt you a little bit against the run, but you have Will Anderson kind of make up, and like you said, Alshire to try to suck up those tackles in a second. I was kind of scratching my head on the Jeff Okudah signing. He's just a guy right now. I would say bust.
Yeah,
maybe
like a top 5 pick for the Lions or somebody out there.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be a monster. Maybe they can get a new gear, another gear out of him in this zone heavy system. Maybe that'll help him out. Decent contract for Dalton Schultz. What else? So we got to talk about the Danielle Hunter versus Jonathan Grenard. I'm trying to figure out is it an upgrade? Danielle Hunter's older, about 4 years older. 2 years, $49 million. 16 sacks, which is good. He deals with a lot of injuries, but Jonathan Grenard was an up and coming player. It's the only. It's like you're getting a player on the come up versus a player on the down slope of his career. I will be interested to see how, because Grenard went to Minnesota.
Yeah, it's like Texans traded.
It's basically a trade. I would like to see how Grenard plays, because every time I watched the Texans, he was doing something. Like TFLs, sacks, batted balls. I was like, oh man, they got a player, but they let him go for Danielle Hunter, which is Danielle Hunter's a sack monster. So I see what I wonder how much he's got left. The Joe Mixon trade was head scratching. Maybe they can get some from him with this system, but he's been on a down slope for years now. I would have much rather them go after Aaron Jones,
right?
Something like that than a Joe Mixon. But overall they get an A.
Yeah.
That D'Amico Autry, Danielle Hunter, Dalton Schultz, and man, it's you can't really complain.
No.
You got
with all the people the Titans lost, Autry was the one that hurt the most.
Yeah.
He was the one that hurt us the most. With Hunter, did Grenard get less money than this?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't understand why they wouldn't just pay him that money.
Yeah.
Younger, like you said, younger. But go ahead, Fredo.
All right. Well, to me, I like all these moves right here. The only hair scratcher one, the one I got, really is the Joe Mixon one, because we knew that D'Amico and Nick Casario were trying to get Saquon Barkley, but it just the Eagles just offered a little bit more money to get him. Man, if they would have gotten Saquon Barkley, man, I would have put this A+. It just we just gotta see what's gonna happen with the Texans getting Joe Mixon, but I think with this offense, I think he's gonna be all right, man. We know he can run the ball, he could cut inside, cut outside, and he could catch. So that's gonna help. But Joe Mixon, he's what, 27, 28 years old. I'm sorry, yeah, he's gonna be 28 this year. Right now he's 27, but yeah, and we signed him for another 3 more years. We restructured his contract, so he's going to be here till he's like 30, 31. And he's going to get paid. I want to say maybe like $9 million a year. So
they're saying that he's a premium player.
Yeah,
they're saying Joe Mixon is a premium. He got a little bit under what Saquon got.
Yeah, the only one they got more than him. Well, I guess Henry and Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Josh.
Henry got $8 million a year.
8.
Yeah, but it has the potential to be up to 20 with some incentives.
Yeah.
But it's like that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about is the running game. But they still need to draft a running back. Hopefully within the 5th and 6th round. Maybe you can find a gem right there, man. But yeah, that's the only one I'm concerned about because if it was up to me, I'd probably take on Saquon than Mixon. But other than that, every other position right here, I agree with. And then, they didn't pay too much, and they only signed guys for 1, 2, 3 year deals.
Mm-hmm.
No one in the Texans organization since Nick Caserio has been here has gone more than 4 years. The max he does is 3 years, and so we'll go see what's up with that, man. But overall, man, they're aggressive, and you could tell they needed much help in the defensive side of the ball, and that's what most of these signings were from the defense side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're going to address the offense side through the draft. So I like this, man, and I feel like with this defense, they want to go over experience than establish, develop.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going that route with the defense. But I like it, man. It's a solid.
It seems like they're going all in.
Yeah.
All right, then we go to the Indianapolis Colts. Their grade is a B- DC. Which one's your favorite right here, man? Do you agree with the grade?
I'd probably go with a C+. But the good thing is that they re-signed a lot of players.
Yeah.
So to keep the continuity there. But I go with a C+. They picked up Joe Flacco. I just like to see what the running back situation is going to be like with Taylor.
Yeah.
And see if he's going to hold up again this year. But C+, they should be fine. I'm just glad they got back. Michael Pittman was the one I was worried about. I wanted them to take care of him.
Yeah. Jay, how about you, man?
They're like the Cowboys. They're just re-signing their own people.
Yeah.
They lost a couple of people, but that's fine. Michael Pittman getting 3 years, $70 million's good. I like Zaire Franklin. I'll give him a C+.
Okay. All right. Now to the next team, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Their grade is at a C+. They were pretty active on free agency, but they did make the right moves. DC, which was your favorite, and do you agree with the grade?
I'd probably give him about a C. Mac Jones is head scratching. What are you trying to tell me that these guys were probably in the same draft class?
They were.
Mm-hmm.
They were.
And you go and trade for him?
Yeah.
So what did that say about Lawrence? How do you feel about Lawrence now? And it's time for him to get paid. So that really didn't make much sense to me. The Gabe Davis signing, I guess somebody was going to pay him. So he should help him out, though. He should help him out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I really didn't care for the Mac Jones training. Why would you bring in Mac Jones for this? You tell me you got your franchise quarterback. I didn't care for that.
Yeah. Okay. Jay, how about you, man?
I actually don't mind what they've done. The Mac Jones is head scratching. He's just going to be a loud voice in the locker room. I do like that they got Gabe Davis. Another head scratcher is what they did with Calvin Ridley, letting him go to Tennessee. I think it's still going to work out for them because I don't think the Calvin Ridley experiment worked the way that they wanted it to.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, so that you test free agency, we'll get a compensatory pick for you. I like the Eric Armstead deal.
Mm-hmm.
Getting him off of a Super Bowl contender. 3 years, $51 million is not bad. He's still fairly young, but Gabe Davis and Eric Armstead are pretty good hauls. I would say it's just losing out on Calvin Ridley was a pretty big mistake. They brought in Duvernay, special teams ace. Darnell Savage, not bad. I mean, I'm okay with what they did. C plus was their grade.
C plus.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
It really may have been a problem. Just they couldn't pay him, and they know it's time to pay Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
it may could have been something for the future that they're looking at as far as cap wise.
Yeah.
And Darby did he just play Baltimore? Wasn't he in Baltimore last year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll pick it up.
Yeah,
he left Baltimore.
Yeah. And that's he's just a guy, really, to me.
Yeah. All right. Now to the next team, Kansas City Chiefs. Their grade is a B plus. We know that they have a franchise tag, Lavardis Sneed, and they signed Chris Jones to a massive deal right there. DC, do you agree with the grade? And what's your favorite signing from the Chiefs?
What they give him, a B?
B plus.
B plus?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might bump it up to A when I see them get Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
I thought this was going to be the Xavier Worthy pick. I thought they were going to take this guy out of the draft.
Yeah.
But they got him already in the locker room, so I couldn't imagine what they about to do in the draft now. So, yeah. And Chris Jones, massive. That's huge. Sneed, still big. I give him A plus, man.
Yep.
When I seen that come across the other day, I'm thinking, my God, this is big. This is real big.
Absolutely.
So now they free to pretty much do what they want to do in the draft.
Yeah.
They got the key guys locked up for another run at it. So now I can't wait to see what they do with that last pick.
Okay. Jay, how about you, man? How you feel about the Kansas City free agency, man?
Yeah, out of all the teams, this is probably like the most important, impactful. Because all we said all last year was, can we get Mahomes a receiver who can catch?
Yeah.
And they still won a Super Bowl. And so you make Chris Jones happy. He's no longer a problem in the locker room. I'm not saying he was, but now he's relieved. He got paid.
He's happy now.
Sneed is going to be kind of tricky, but franchise tag, he's going to get top of the market money for 1 year. And then bringing in Marquise Brown and basically swapping him for Marquez Valdez-Scantling is crazy. You release him, and Hollywood still has speed. He still can get open over the middle. He drops the ball a little bit, but look what the hell you had before. Mahomes is going to be used to it.
Yep.
Now he's getting the most accurate balls in the league. They're just one step closer to repeating. I like this. Give him A minus.
A minus. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I can't wait to see what Andy Reid do with him. How he uses him in offense.
Wait. He's gonna be. It's not gonna be Tyreek 2.0, but it's gonna be watered down Tyreek. They're gonna use him like how Miami's using Tyreek a little bit. The only thing that would have made this A plus is if they would have got Tyron Smith.
Oh yeah,
that would have. If they somehow would have got Tyron Smith, I would already pencil them in as Super Bowl champs.
Okay. All right. Next team, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. Their grade is at a solid B. We know they had they lost their running back to free agency, and they released some players, Jimmy Garoppolo as well. And they signed some players, and the big player they signed was Christian Wilkins. 4 years, $110 million. DC, let me know what's your favorite signing, and do you agree with the grade?
Yeah, I'm good with the grade. It could have been better probably, but the Christian Wilkins deal, you put him on the line with Max Crosby, and if Tyree Wilson ever show up, that's going to have a formidable defensive front, man. It's going to be good. And the Gardner Minshew, I probably would have rather seen him get Russell Wilson at that spot than Gardner. So I don't know how it's going to go out. So I'm sure they're going to draft another quarterback here real soon, too. Even though they got Aiden O'Connell, I'm sure they're going to be in the market again. Yeah. But overall, not a bad grade. That's going to be huge. That Christian Wilkins and him and Max Crosby on the same line, that's going to be mad. It's going to pay big dividends. I would like to see them go get another receiver. Which they may do in the draft. So, but the grade's fine with me. Yeah,
absolutely. They're right there to really get a good wide receiver. And that I want to say it's the 11 pick they got.
13, something like that.
Yeah. So I think they're right there in a good spot to get another good wide receiver. Jay, how about you, man?
I give them a B minus.
Okay.
They lost out on Josh Jacobs. Don't get it twisted. They wanted him back.
Yeah.
He just got a better deal in Green Bay, so that's a loss. They brought in Gardner Minshew. It's head scratching to me because Gardner Minshew, he's only going to get you so far. Maybe that's protection on if you can't get a deal to get one of these quarterbacks, but Gardner Minshew is not. He's nothing special. But Christian Wilkins, getting him that's what saves the grade to me, because he is still young. He's a dominant force. I can't believe Miami let him go. Is the thing. 4 years, $110 million is crazy good money for him. And like you said, that defensive line is going to be monsters. But other than that, I really don't like anything else they did. It's just he's such a good deal that he kind of saves the grade for him.
Yeah.
So B minus.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the next team, we have the Los Angeles Chargers. Their grade is a B minus. We know that they let go a bunch of players. But DC, who was your favorite signing, and do you agree with the grade?
No, I'd probably give them a C.
Yeah.
I don't know what they trying to flip. They brought in Greg Roman, so I guess it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
You let Keenan Allen go, you bring in Gus Edwards. So I'm guessing they're gonna just run the wishbone. But you got this high profile quarterback that just gave all this money to.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do with who is he gonna throw the ball to? He doesn't have his tight end no more, and he drafted a guy in the first round last year that can't seem to hold on to the ball. So that grade's too high for me.
Yeah.
But there's nothing exciting that they did. I don't understand. He's gonna play catch with himself or what?
Yep.
I don't know. They got a lot of work to do. Unless, hey, Harbaugh wants to just run the ball. I understand, but I don't want to pay a quarterback that kind of money. Just let him turn around and hand the ball off 40 times a game. Yeah.
Yep.
I think that grade's too high for me.
Yeah. How about you, Jay?
Yeah, beware. I have no idea why they would even be close to B. I'm giving them a C minus. All they did was lose everybody.
Yeah.
Mike Williams is gone. He's released, so they chose to lose him. They traded away Keenan Allen for a fourth. Keenan Allen wasn't going to hurt you. They put themselves in such a contract bind with their salary cap that they just had to. It's basically the Buffalo Bills again.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. Nobody that they signed warrant them to get a B. Gus Edwards is just a guy. He's a power runner, but like you said, they're running a wishbone. They're running all play action. It's going to be Michigan over again. So I don't see why they're doing anything that they're doing other than their salary cap is trash.
Yeah.
But with all the money they spent on, you would think they were a team that swung for the fences with the contracts they had on the books.
Yeah, right.
But the results never showed. It never showed. They've never could even hardly get in the playoffs. So that grade's way too high for me.
Okay. All right. Next team we got up is the Los Angeles Rams. Their grade is at a B plus. We know that they signed some players, man, but nothing bad. But the biggest news from the Rams is that their best D lineman has retired with Aaron Donald, man. DC, what signs that you like, and do you agree with the grade?
What was the grade again?
B plus.
B plus. I probably a B. But I do like they locked up two guards. They trying to keep Matt Stafford upright. But I'm waiting. I'm trying to see how this Aaron Donald deal is going to affect him by him retiring. So one of the greats to ever do it, man. The guy was All Pro out of 10 years, first team All Pro, man. Year one, came in a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Just dominant, to be dominant from that position, man. Like I said before, for him to come in and get 12, 13, 14 sacks from the nose tackle, that's tough. Because you never getting one guy on you. You always get at least 2 or 3 guys, and he was always finding a way to get through that. So they got a youngster that was right next to him. He won't be Aaron Donald, but he's going to help a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but the grade, they hadn't done much yet for me. I'm just waiting to see how they're going to do this in the draft. But the GM, I can count on that GM, to pull some rabbits out the hat.
Yep. Jay, how about you, man?
They're just giving out B's left and right just to give them out. C+. Cameron Curl was a good signing for them at the safety position. Losing Aaron Donald is big. But other than that, they got the guards, like you said. I don't know. I'll C+.
C+.
Maybe a B- because they did get the guards re-signed and signed one. So yeah, I give them B-, but nowhere close to a B+.
Okay. All right. So next thing we got up is the Miami Dolphins, man. Their grade is at a B+. I don't know how, man. They let go of so many people, man. But DC, who was your favorite signing, and do you agree with the grade?
No, that grade's too high, man. I don't understand where that came from.
Yeah.
They should have been one of those teams that's taking care of their own. They let too much walk out, man. Just from the linebackers, the defensive tackles. No, there's not really much that stood out other than them letting everybody go. So they're in trouble. They're in trouble. You're going to see it this year. They're going to be in trouble.
Do you find them as the same page as the Bills?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
They're going to be pretty close. Yeah. But I think when the Bills lost those 2 guys in the secondary, man, that's going to really sting, especially when you have to play these guys.
Yep.
So, yeah, but the Bills may be worse off, I think, than them. Only thing that's kind of level it out is the quarterback position.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if they letting these guys go, getting ready to pay Tua or what.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there wasn't nothing exciting about them.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Jay, how about you, man?
C+. I kind of when they lost their defensive coordinator too, that's a problem.
Yeah.
They signed Jonnu Smith, was okay. That'll be, but they got Kendall Fuller. That's their best signing. He is still a good player. So they basically have Kendall Fuller and Ramsey in their secondary. They let Xavier Howard go. Also, they added Jordan Poyer, so they're not totally out of it. Jordan Brooks, you know what? I'll give them a B. These names are not bad. Jordan Brooks, good linebacker. Poyer, good to average safety. Now Kendall Fuller, pretty good cornerback. And then you think about what they lost.
Yeah.
With Christian Wilkins, man, that is a tough one. And the biggest part is you're doing all this to create the space, but do you want to give Tua that contract?
Right.
Like they're doing all of this to give Tua the money when Tua might just be a product of Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
So if you think of it like that, this is probably all this. They did a lot. It's all probably a huge mistake because you have to pay Tua, and Tua without Tyreek and Waddle is what?
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett, you know what I'm saying? So it's all probably for naught, but they did okay in free agency. I do like Jordan Brooks. I do like Barrett, Poyer, Kendall Fuller. They did decent. What was their total grade? It was a
B+.
Yeah, somewhere around there B.
Yeah. Okay. Next team, we have the Minnesota Vikings, man. Their grade is an A-. So we know that they acquired their divisional running back from the Packers. And yeah, so DC, do you agree with this
no
grade?
No, I think it should be lower. I like the Jones signing. I like the Gennard, $18, $19 million a year.
Yeah.
Those are perfect. but you got. I'm gonna have to hold judgment until I figure out who the quarterback is. But you can't go into the. You telling me your quarterback is gonna be Sam Darnold?
That's what they're telling you.
Oh my no. They almost had a really good score, a lot better. But I'm gonna have to hold back until I see the quarterback. But that grade's too high for me right now.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they did they went and shopping at the Texas shopping mart.
Yeah, they did. They got Blake Cashman. He was a pretty good linebacker right there.
Yeah, they but the most important position on the whole team, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
So that don't matter, man, because you got no quarterback to pay. That's why
that's right.
That's why you can pay these, other pieces around the other team, man. But if you ain't got the one that matters, that QB spot, man. Sheesh.
I don't know how long the tight end's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be ready for the start of the season.
And that's your second best wide receiver. Yeah. No, that's your third from the Vikings. Yeah. Jay, how about you, man?
I'll throw them some bill. I'll shoot them some bill. If they go into the year and get J.J. McCarthy in the draft, Sam Darnold, J.J. McCarthy, I'll roll with that. But just because of the system that they run, they run the McVay Shanahan system, and I could see Sam Darnold being okay in that. He's going to be on the level of a Baker. Baker Mayfield, he's not going to be a complete disaster, and he might be able to do some stuff positively just because of the system. Like the system is what I'm basing all of this on. Is he can produce in that system. They're good friends with the Shanahan, so they know what Sam Darnold can bring, but they're going to have to draft somebody. They must draft somebody to back up Sam Darnold. I like the Grenard. I like Jones signing. Andrew Van Ginkel, 2 years, $20 million. But the Aaron Jones getting him from a division rival is that's a win.
Yeah. All right, next team, man. We have the New England Patriots. We know that they're another team that let go a bunch of players as well. But they kept a lot of in-house players signings as well, and their grade is a B+. DC, do you agree with that? And what was your favorite signing, man?
B+. Well, they really ain't got much to work with, but like I say, a lot of in-house signings. Yeah. So, yeah, the B+. I'll probably drop it down to a B because I don't think they're going to have a very good year. I really don't. And like I was always saying, they should probably be one of the ones, if they can't get the top quarterback, they should be moving back for picks.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably about a B, man. Yeah, because they still got issues with the receiver position and the quarterback now. Yeah. Now you let Mac Jones. Well, what are you telling me now? Yeah. Who's your starter? Brissett or Zappy? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Either that or they're gonna probably come out to take Drake May.
That's what it's like. That's the starter. Yeah.
For him to throw to Kendrick Bourne. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. Jay, how about you, man?
It's a C. There's too many nobodies on this list. Jalen Rager's like, why bring him back for anything?
Yeah. Did you like the Antonio Gibson signing?
I do like the Gibson signing. 3 years, $11 million is pretty good for them. Give them another weapon, but it's going to be a net even from what they had before. So to me, they just stood pat. So for standing pat, it's a C.
Okay. Next team, we have the New Orleans Saints. Their grade is a solid B. DC, do you agree with it?
This is a train wreck. Mm-hmm. They know, like you say, they're just giving out these Bs, man. Yeah. They kept Davis up, but other than that, man, they signed Matthew. This is a train wreck. The Saints are going nowhere, man, at all.
Yeah. And Jay, how about you, man?
Same. It's just nothing really. The Willie Gay is good. I like that signing. Other than that, they signed Nathan Peterman.
How about Michael Thomas, man? Like
being released.
He go.
I don't see. He's not long for this year. I mean, he'll get signed by a team, but other than he's not going to be key factor in getting somebody to a Super Bowl.
He played 13 games in the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Enough for that kind of money. I'm surprised they wasn't trying to shop Alvin Kamara around. What are they playing for?
Yeah.
You got Olave, that's it. But I'm surprised you wasn't trying to shop Kamara around, man.
Yeah. All right. Next team we have the New York Giants. All right. So their grade is at an A-. Do we agree with that, DC?
I like the Brian Burns pickup. That was the big one. So A-.
A-, yeah.
Yeah, this quarterback situation is still gonna be a thing. See how that works out. Singletary, I guess. They had to go ahead and find somebody.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the system that he's coming out of is gonna be a system that he's going into.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these guys are system players.
Yeah.
You have to understand that. So I think the best thing about it was Brian Burns. They kind of fleeced Carolina for that pick right there.
Yeah.
And that was.
So
I think the grade's too high. I would have let it go. Yeah.
So what did the Giants give up to get Brian Burns?
I
believe third and the fifth.
Fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. That's pretty good.
Yeah. They fleeced.
Yeah. Jay, your division rivals, man. So how you feel with that grade with the A-?
Yeah, I agree with the A-. The problem with free agency is everybody just goes with names, and 90% of the free agents don't work out because they're free agents for a reason. So they signed Jalen Mills. I mean, okay. Drew Lock as a backup. Yeah. The trade for Brian Burns is a big one. It gives them another pass rusher along with Thibodeau and Lawrence. That's scary. So teams are going to have to get their tackle situation right. Devin Singletary, I would much rather see him than Saquon. But John Runyon is a good signing to help them get their O-line together.
They need that.
They
can get.
Yeah, they need all the help they can get. Like you said, A- just because of what they did with the Brian Burns. Other than that, they're just names.
Okay. All right. Next New York team, we have the Jets. All right. They got a solid B. DC, do you agree with that, man?
Jets.
Yep.
Man, Tyrod Taylor. The Tyron Smith, I guess. That's the best pick for them. But other than that, no. No, I don't. No, I wouldn't have given him the higher grade. But the pickup would be from Tyron Smith. 1 year worth up to $20 million.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes. This could be a great thing for him. But other than that, they hadn't done too much impressive with me. They still got to worry about Aaron Rodgers being okay and healthy.
Yeah. Jay?
Like the Javon Kinlaw, 1 year, $7 million is a good one. Tyron is going to be a good good signing as long as they know what they're getting into. Tyron doesn't practice. He doesn't practice during the week. He just plays. And then when he plays, he only plays for 13, 14 games a season. As long as they know what they're getting with that, I'm okay with it. They traded for Morgan Moses, which helps the grade. Give them a B, yeah.
B, okay. Now to the next team, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. Their grade is at a B+. They have a lot of releases, a lot of retirement as well. DC, what is your grade on them? Do you agree with it? And what was your favorite signing?
The only thing that really stood out was the Saquon. I would give him a B. I'd probably drop it down to a B. Wouldn't give him a B+.
Yeah.
But the Saquon, for what they do, it should be huge. But when you lose your center, sometimes Saquon might not be enough to offset that. I think people don't understand how good Kelsey was for that offensive line.
Yeah. You
ain't finna just run out there and grab anybody to put him there. And I think the days of the tush push might be gone. I think Kelsey was the head of that. So, like I say, the grade, I wouldn't give him a B+. I'd give him a B. The Saquon deal. It looks really good right now. It really does. It looks great based on the weapons that they have. But we still have to play the game. So we'll find out here.
Jerron, how about you, bro?
I'll give him a B+.
B+?
They got a competent backup in Kenny Pickett via trade. Devin White is a name, just a name. Gardner Johnson, when he left, it feels like they lost a lot. So getting him back was a pretty good deal. Zach Bond is just he's a decent name. Saquon surprised me going to them, but that's a good signing. They pay too much, and they usually don't pay that much for a running back who isn't always the healthiest. He's been pretty healthy recently, but we'll see. Yeah. Bryce Huff is the best signing they got.
Bryce Huff?
Yes, Bryce Huff. Got him from the Jets. He is gonna be a problem off the edge. And then they re-signed Brandon Graham. So yeah, the grade they got, I agree. I agree with it.
Okay. Now to the other team right here, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their grade is at a B plus as well, and they had a bunch of releases, and their team as well. And DC, do you agree with this grade right here? And mind you, they got 2 quarterbacks out of free agency, man. What do you think, DC?
I give him a B, but I did like the Queen and I like the Dante Jackson. I like both of those, but as far as the quarterback situation, I don't know why you have to bring both of those guys in there. And then you come out, as soon as you trade for him, the same day you telling me that Russell Wilson is going to be your starter. Yeah. What are we doing? Yeah. You know? So you got to go through practice and camp and all that, but the locker room knows. I don't care what the hell y'all come on TV and say. They in practice, they going to be able to look and say, this guy is the better guy. So I don't know what's on their mind to go out and bring both those guys in there to compete like that from day one, but you already calling one guy the starter. So, the part I liked about it was the Patrick Queen.
Okay. Jackson. Hey, is it possible for them to get trade a quarterback?
I mean, it is, but for who?
Yeah, they're not going to. They already put too much into it.
Yeah. All right, Jerron, same question, man. Do you agree with it? Do you like these signings?
I do like the signings. Patrick Queen, getting him from a division rival is always a big thing. I like the event. They also signed Van Jefferson.
Yeah.
That's an underrated signing for their receiving core. He is a solid backup receiver. Then you get Russell, and then you get Justin Fields. I went back and watched Justin Fields. Chicago did him a disservice with their line. He was always under pressure. If Pittsburgh can get him some more time, he can be a very good quarterback. He still got inaccuracies everywhere whenever you watch him. He throws it high, throws it low. He's not an accurate quarterback, but if you set him up to have the Philly kind of protect your quarterback system, he can be okay. It is a head scratcher. Why in the world would you say it's automatically Russell's team? Russell he must have said something whenever you first got him, like, hey, I'm the guy, because they immediately shipped out Kenny Pickett, and then they brought in Justin Fields just to be a backup.
Right.
Like you said, it's not going to stay that way.
It's not a Steelers thing, man, to do this kind of stuff. So I don't know what's going on. You don't have much say on Tomlin's team most of the time. You know, he seemed like the guy to come out. Like, it's going to be open competition from day one.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they didn't. So there's something strange about this whole ordeal right here.
Yeah. I could tell what he said to the Steelers team with Wilson. He said, "Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride." That's
still up.
Still up. Yep. All right, next team, man. We have the San Francisco 49ers, man. Their grade as of right now is a C plus. We know that that they released some good players, and we know that they kept a lot of players in house as well. DC, what are your thoughts on this, man?
C one of those teams that's been swinging for the fence. And now it's starting to slowly catch up. When you lose Armstead, you lose some other key players. So What was the grade of what? A C?
C+.
I'll drop it down to a C. They hadn't really done much interesting to me.
Yeah.
Resigning Chris Conley. But like I say, it's one of these teams that's been swinging for the fence, and eventually you got to pay the bill at some point. So, no, they hadn't really done much exciting yet.
Jay, how about you, man?
Yeah, I agree. Bringing in Leonard Floyd, probably best signing. Traded for Malik Collins. That's a all right signing. And Gross Matos, 2 years, $18 million. Those will probably be their best moves, but they lost so much that it kind of evens everything out. Yeah, I'll agree with that. It was that C+?
C+, yeah.
I'll go with that.
Okay. Next team, we have the Seattle Seahawks, man. They released a bunch of players as well, man. And their grade right now is a B-. DC, do you agree with that? And what signing did you like, man?
I didn't like I don't understand the Sam Howell. Yeah. I did not understand that at all, man. What, a third round for Sam Howell to come in to be the backup?
Man, Sam Howell got a better trade package than Fields.
Than Fields. That's why I'm scratching my head. Like, not good, Fields. You should have wanted to go here and compete with Geno. That's where you should have wanted to go with those receivers you already got.
Yeah.
You got your buddy JSN. Yeah. I don't get that at all. But in Seattle, for what reason? They must think they can figure out Sam Howell because this is probably last year for Geno.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind the Leonard Williams re-signing.
Yeah.
He was pretty good this last year. But yeah. I'm okay with the grade, but I'm still scratching my head. I was giving up that much for Sam Howell.
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely. Jay?
How in the world did they give him a B? I don't get it.
B-.
This is a C- at best.
Yeah.
Just don't see the moves that warrant a B. You said B-? Yeah, there's no way. Maybe people like Leonard Williams, I guess. I don't like him as much as everybody else does. Like you said, the Sam Howell thing is kind of a head scratcher. There's no way. C-.
C-?
Yeah.
Okay. Next team right here, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we know they kept some of their key players and re-signed them, and their grade right now is an A-. DC, do you agree with this, man?
I guess they give him A for Mike Evans
and Baker.
Baker?
Yeah, Baker.
No, I don't think. No, they let some people walk too. So
yeah,
I like Antoine Winfield. They didn't do nothing. That's just a franchise tag.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they getting this from to give these kind of grades. No, that's way too high for them. They more around like C+.
C+.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang, C+. Dang.
Yeah.
Jay,
I give them B for keeping the players.
Yeah.
That's it. B- for keeping the players. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing really much. We talked about Mike Evans. Antoine Winfield Jr. needs a contract, but yeah, there's not much going on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, on to the next team, man. We got DC's Tennessee Titans up, man. So the grade that they got right now is a solid B. DC, tell us, man, what's something that you like and do you agree with the grade?
That's fine. I like that they went out and got some offensive line help.
Yeah.
For sure. They were able to get Bill Callahan to come over from the Cincinnati Bengals.
Ooh,
I didn't think they were going to let that happen.
That's good.
And they got Cushenberry, the center, I think, from Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I actually like the Pollard side. I'm real excited now to see what this offense is going to look like because you already got Tajay Spears and you bring in Pollard and you go out and you spend this money on Calvin Ridley. And they're going to put Tajay in a slot some or what? Because you gave Pollard RB1 money when you brought him in. So I can't wait to see what this offense is going to look like. And with the Calvin Ridley signing, I would probably expect D-Hop to be on the trading block. I really do because you ain't got but 1 year left.
Yeah,
he's not going to resign there. So don't be surprised if coming in the next few days or weeks, whatever, leading up to the draft, that he ends up getting traded. I would not, because they're going to run with probably Burks and Ridley, and they may take another one later on in the draft. But to sit there and hold on to Hopkins and know you're not going to make no real run this year and let him walk, I wouldn't expect that to happen. I think if you don't see it before the draft, sometime during the year, before the season, he won't. I don't think he ain't finished with the Titans at all. But the grade B, that's fine. That's fine. No problem at all. But like I said, I'm glad we got a lot of offensive line help to come over. And now with that pick, if they go ahead and take out one of the tackles, then or Romaduzzi, That's why another reason I'm saying they may end up moving on from D-Hop before it even gets to that point. So I'll be good either way. But we definitely needed the O-line help. So that's fine. The B is fine with me.
Okay. Jay?
I'm gonna give him a B plus. Tony Pollard coming over there, like you said, it's interesting. I would love to see how they're gonna utilize him. Calvin Ridley, positive player, good separator. Is 4 years, $92 million.
Top dollar right there.
What is that?
That's top dollar, man.
That's top dollar.
You seen it yet? Top dollar's coming here.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, like, but I'm saying, you know, like, he's Count really is 29 years old, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for his age, that's top dollar.
Yeah, that's what they're getting though.
Yeah.
Mike Evans got similar to a little bit better. I don't like it if you think about if they could have just kept AJ Brown this whole time, but that's a different regime, so we'll kind of sweep that under the rug. But getting Calvin Ridley, Kenneth Murray Jr., decent linebacker, not a bad signing. Awuzie, he is a average to a little bit below average corner. I like what they've done. The best one is Lloyd Cushenberry, like you said, helping out the center. He's probably the best center free agent available. So yeah, I like that. They did lose a lot, but I'm okay with it.
Okay, all right. And then the next team we got is the Washington Commanders. Their grade is a solid A. So they were pretty active in free agency. DC, do you agree with that, man?
Man, I'm just trying to figure out. They went out and signed Marcus Mariota. I didn't mind the Eckler deal, but you still gonna need somebody. I guess they're gonna put him next to Brian Robinson.
Yeah.
Which makes me interested to see what kind of offense they're gonna run this year coming up. Bobby Wagner, 1 year deal. I guess he's just gonna be a bridge guy for someone coming along.
Yeah.
But Zach Ertz, that may work out. But I'd probably give him about a B plus. B plus. Yeah, but I do like the Eckler deal.
B plus. Okay.
If he can stay healthy, that's gonna be the key with him.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Jay, how do you feel about your divisional rival, man?
This is Dan Quinn bringing in all his favorite people. This is, you just see how his relationships develop, because all this is relationship signings. Bobby Wagner coming over, pretty good signing. Austin Eckler, for what they gave him, that's a great signing. 2 years, $11 million, when he was trying to get he was trying to get like $20 million.
Yeah.
Like he wanted top of the money. You only get $2 million, 11. Frankie Louvu, really good linebacker. You got then you get the Cowboys. You get the Dorrance Armstrong. You got Tyler Biotish, and you got Dante Fowler. So I see what he's doing. He's getting a nice little base. I give them a A- for what they're doing, because the roster they had was so bleak. You got to do so, and they had so much money. It would have been better if they could have got somebody bigger, like a bigger name. Like, why couldn't they get Danielle Hunter? You know,
right?
Why couldn't they get
Grenard?
Yeah, one of those young up and coming cats. They had so much money, they did okay with it, but they could have did better.
Yeah. All right, guys, that right there is everything for free agency, man. Besides that, man, y'all boys got anything?
What are some names, if you can remember, that are still out there? Like,
you got Justin Simmons out there.
Justin Simmons, I would like to see him in Tennessee.
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams. Stephon Gilmore, I would like to see him back in Dallas.
You still got
Chase Young and Clowney.
Oh yeah. Well, the funny part is, I think Chase Young is the new Clowney. Chase Young he's gonna be bouncing around from place to place.
You got that cornerback, Devontae White.
You
got him still out there.
Carl Lawson, Yannick Ngakoue. There's some names still out there. That's what I'm
Xavier
saying.
Howard.
Brown's out there.
Yeah, like it's not over.
Yeah.
Trent Brown,
Steven Nelson, cornerback.
Andres Pete. He's taking some meetings.
Yeah.
Cornelius Diggs.
Yeah. But Fredo, how do you feel about moving out of the first round with the Vikings?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
That was a head scratcher for me.
To me, I feel like the Vikings robbed the Texans on that one. Just because, like the only thing we're getting back is their second rounder this year and the second rounder next year. So we went from the 23rd pick now going to the 43rd, I believe now?
Something like that, 43, 44, somewhere in there. Yeah.
So I get it, man. Like we're getting an extra pick, but it's for next year though. If anything, I don't like the fact that we're out of the first round. But then again, like if they're going wide receiver, I get it because you could get a cheaper wide receiver and not paying first round money. Because there's plenty of good wide receivers coming out of the draft. But man, like I really don't know how to feel about that. For right now, man, I'm pretty comfortable with the Texans making all these trades. So far, there's a reason why they're doing it. So I wish they would have done this trade the day of the draft and not a month before the draft. I think that they would have got a little bit more out of it if they would have done it the day before the draft.
Yeah, why? Why would they do this? I don't know why they would go get the 40. Do you know the Texans' second round pick? What they have now?
Yeah, I want to say it was in the 50s.
50s?
Yeah,
it's got to be in the 50s.
Yeah, because this is their 50 round second round pick right here. I could let you know right now where they're going to be at.
I think.
So right now they got 40. This 42nd from the Vikings,
right?
Yeah, and I want to say their other one will be. Hold on, give me 1 second.
So basically,
it's 59.
So 59, 42, 59 in that range. There are going to be some good players. I hate giving up first round pick.
Yeah, me too.
For no reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you don't have the money to sign them. It's not like you're in a position to where and it's not like 32nd overall, 31st. This is a legitimate good pick.
Yeah, it is.
They're still good players. It's just giving more ammo to Minnesota. Yeah, I don't know why they would do this.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that, wait till draft day.
Yeah.
When you get more value.
You do, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Put them on the clock and then say what you want to give me.
Yeah.
I would have waited. But my other thing is, what is Minnesota doing?
Oh, that's quarterback. It's got to be quarterback.
It's quarterback. So you're going to have to package that 9 and 23 to try to get up in the where? That's my point.
Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's going to take more than that.
It's going to be 9, 23, and maybe next year's one also
to get up there with all them teams that needs quarterback in the 1, 2, 3 spot.
Yeah. Or your Chargers, they get you
maybe
get up there.
Chargers.
Yeah.
But the problem is
who's there at 5? Who you worth taking at 5?
That's the thing,
right?
This isn't a
wide receiver. I mean, they need quarterback. No,
they don't need
they don't. No,
so,
my bad.
So the problem is if you're not getting Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams, everybody else is a question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago for sure isn't gonna trade out of first,
right?
And it'll be hard as hell to get Washington out of the second pick. So you go into third, which Drake May. He's not a guarantee.
Man, they're saying that Drake May might even go to Chicago now.
No, there's no way. There's
with that history of the Bears,
that's what I'm saying.
There's no way, Mr. Trubisky all over. No, there's
bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Man, Chicago's gonna mess up this.
Nah, they're not. They're not gonna mess it up. They've been doing well, so I'm gonna give them some credit. But for Minnesota, this probably is all for not. Like they're not gonna be able to get 1, 2, and it's gonna be hard as hell to get 3. So basically they're going up to get JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. You can sit back and wait for Michael Penix. You didn't have to move up for that.
Or Bo Nix.
Or Bo Nix. You didn't have to move up for that. So I can't wait to see what they try to. They might have. I don't know. It's not making no sense at all.
Yeah.
On Minnesota side. For those two.
I wish we could fast forward to draft day because it doesn't make sense for them to do what they did and not get the person they want. If they do all of that and end up with like JJ McCarthy, I'd be hot.
They fans should be.
I would be hot. He might end up being good, but you probably could have got him with your original pick.
Yep.
Yeah. So DC, how do you feel about your old coach being an assistant coach to the Cleveland Browns now?
Oh man, I guess he's just trying to stay active in the game. So still makes me scratch my head. He didn't get him and Belichick. When all the cuts were made for coaches, they seemed like they were the two at the top.
Yeah.
And neither one of them got a job. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way they run their locker rooms or stuff that they command from front offices. But I guess he's just trying to stay relevant with the Browns. His position, I mean, he's just going to be around the team. You know, one of those specialists. No big deal.
Yep. All right, gentlemen, is there any more news, anything y'all boys want to talk about?
No, not really.
Okay. All right, well, let's wrap up today's episode. Thank you for tuning in to the Share Football Podcast. Please share this video, and subscribe to the channel. That right there will be a big help in improving this channel. And like always, we're going to be here next week. Until then, see y'all next week. Later, guys.
Later.
Peace.